Let us solve the some of the numericals on moment of inertia of a rectangle. For the rectangle, we know the moment of inertia is given by BD cube by 12, where B is the side parallel to the axis about which moment of inertia is required. Now, this is an example here is find the moment of inertia Ixx, Iyy for a T section which is shown in figure. So that means which is as shown in the below. Now this section is 12 centimeter by 4 centimeter and 4 centimeter by 10 centimeter. It is in the form of a T. Now, as you find that the center of gravity of these two sections are falling on the same line, so that is what I can say that y axis. So therefore, the moment of inertia of this is obtained just by adding the moment of inertia of this plus moment of inertia of this. And because the figure is symmetrical, so that means what we can say as the figure is symmetrical about y axis, hence the moment of inertia Iyy is equal to Iz1 plus Iz2. That means now I will call it as unit 1, this is unit 2. So therefore the moment of inertia of this, the unit 1 about the central axis passing through the center of gravity, that is Yy, is represented as a Iz1, and then the moment of inertia of this where about the central axis Yy is Iz2. So general formula is BD cube by 12 plus BD cube by 12. So here B is the dimension parallel to the reference axis about which we want the moment of inertia. Now this is y axis, so as far as this is concerned, this side is concerned, parallel to this will be. So therefore 4 into D is 12, 12 cube divided by 12, so plus BD cube by 12. Now this one, as far as this is concerned, now parallel to this axis, so therefore this side will be the B, that is 10 into 4 to the power of 3 divided by 12. So this works out to be the moment of inertia about y axis, that is Iyy is works out to be 629.33. 629.33 centimeter to the power of 4. So this is the, as it is symmetrical about the y axis, hence adding the moment of inertia of these two together, so we have the equation BD cube by 12 plus BD cube by 12, where B is the side parallel to the axis about which moment of inertia is required. So now this is what we select Iyy. Now let us calculate next is the moment of inertia of this T section about the another central axis, that is XX axis. So that is what we say that Ixx. So now the calculation of Ixx, because this figure is not symmetrical about XX axis, so therefore its center of gravity will be somewhere here, so that we'll have to calculate. So this will be central axis XX, and that is to be first located So that means location in the sense you will have to calculate. So y bar, and then applying the what is that parallel axis theorem, so we can find out the moment of inertia of this composite section. Now putting this into a tabular column, it will be more simple to understand and for the performing. So in this one component, area, distance from reference axis 1 1, and ay square, and I self, that is Iz, the moment of inertia of each unit about its own centroidal axis. Now let us take the first component, that is the rectangle. So 12 by 4, so that is area is 48 centimeters square, and then the centroidal distance of its own centroidal distance from this reference line. So this is what we call it as y1, or in general y it is called. So that is equal to 10 plus 2, that will be equal to 12 centimeter. So this will be 12 centimeter. So then you will find that, so multiplying these things you will find, so ay is 576, and then ay square is 6912. As far as the I self is concerned, general what we got for a rectangle, BD cubed by 12. Now for this one, the reference axis is this XX. Now this parallel side will become B and the other side will be D. So therefore here what you will find is, that is B is equal to 12 into 4 cubed by 12, because that is the parallel side B, so this will so much, and that works out to be 1728 centimeter to the power of 4. And next is another unit. This is the second unit, and this is 10 by 4. The area is 40 centimeter, and then the centroidal distance of this one individual. So this is the centroidal distance, and this will be your y2, that is equal to half of this depth, that is equal to 5 centimeter. So therefore this will be 5, and multiplying you get 200, and this will become 1000. And again the formula is same formula. What is that? BD cubed by 12. Now the dimension parallel to this XX axis is, this is the dimension, that is 4, and perpendicular to this one is 10. So that is 4 into 10 to the power of 3 divided by 12. So that you will get it, 333.33. So that means 333.33. Now here, now after calculating this, now sigma A, that is equal to capital A, it will be 88. Then sigma AY, that is equal to 776. Then sigma AY square, that is equal to 7912, and similarly sigma I self, that is equal to sigma I self is equal to 2061.33 centimeter to the power of 4. Now this is the data what you have got it. First of all, you will have to find out the center of gravity. First of all, you will have to find out the center of gravity, that is y bar. You want to find out that is y bar is equal to, that is sigma ay divided by sigma a, that is equal to 776 divided by 88. This works out to be, this y bar works out to be 8.82 centimeter. 8.82 centimeter. Now what you have got is, according to parallel axis theorem, what I will say that I11 is equal to sigma I self plus sigma ay square. Sigma ay square. So that means first one, we know the moment of inertia of this about its central axis, that is being transferred. So that means now this is the I self and that is transferred by multiplying. That means area multiplied by the square of the distance. That is the transformation. So these two will give the moment transfer to this. Next is again, so the I self of this one is already you have calculated this much, and then transferring the moment of inertia about this point, about this axis, that is again ay square. So a is the area of this one, y square is nothing but a 2, so therefore that means y2 pi square. So we will get, so that means summation of this will be just transformation of this. So therefore this is equal to what I will say that 2061.33 plus 7912. That works out to be 9973 centimeter to the power of 4. That means we have got the moment of inertia of this about this axis, and moment of inertia is transferred to about this axis. Now we want to transfer the moment of inertia about its central axis, which is at a distance y bar from this reference axis. That means again by parallel axis theorem. Now what I am going to say that parallel axis theorem, that I11 is equal to the moment of inertia of whole section plus area multiplied by the square of the distance between the reference axis and the central axis. Now this is the distance, what we said y bar, so that is equal to, generally what we have represented is h. In that equation, the parallel axis theorem, this we have taken as h square h, and then this total area is taken as a small a. So that means ah square we have taken. Ah square we have taken there. So that means now again applying the parallel axis theorem. So what it says is, again I11 is equal to Ixx plus a y bar square. That means now we know the moment of whole section about this. I want to transfer, so that means according to parallel axis theorem so much, and then we know that, so area is the total area and distance to be transferred is y bar. So therefore this is equal to 9973.33. This must be equal to Ixx plus area is 88 and the y bar is 8.82 square. 8.82 square. So now, therefore, Ixx is equal to, after simplification, you will get, after simplification you will get it 3127.59 centimeter to the power of 4. 59 centimeter to the power of 4. So this is how one has to calculate the moment of inertia of this given section.